There is no conflict. And yet, I am conflicted. I told myself that I would not go to the theaters to watch Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire in theaters, because I found the trailers to be underwhelming. It looked like basically a Tekken match between Kong and Godzilla. Kong has on the Infinity Gauntlet for reasons. He's moving and walking around like a person instead of a gorilla. And his and Godzilla's Avengers-style run at the end of the trailer just made me want to throw up in my mask. And there's Godzilla, frozen in ice, emerging as the Lavender Lizard, either a poorly labeled indie wrestler or a reptilian-themed adult film star. Nevertheless, I found myself in the theater watching this movie, and I was shocked at how good this movie was. The star of this film is undoubtedly Kong, a massive gorilla without a single line of dialogue, yet he carries the movie on his back seamlessly. Godzilla is almost a supporting character, or merely a force of nature, dispatched to bring back balance to the Earth, whenever one of the Titans attempts to tip those delicate scales. Godzilla's nature's hitman. The human aspect of this film isn't intolerable, much to my surprise. I found Brian Tyree Henry, and all three of his first names to be charming and amusing, without fulfilling any stereotypes. The lead actress in this movie, who I've only seen once before, in Kong vs. Godzilla, and before that in Ben Affleck's The Town, I found to be competent, likable even. Her attachment to her adopted daughter is heartfelt and believable. You know, the little deaf girl with a rapport with Kong. Speaking of being adopted, Godzilla makes a foster child out of Tiamat, and his air of menace throughout the movie is tangible. And spoilers, there is another Titan not advertised who appears in this movie. Their name is Shimo. The polar, emphasis on polar, opposite of Godzilla, who breathes a beam of ice rather than having atomic breath. They're pale rather than green or lavender. And according to the technobabble of the humans, which is abundant in this movie, Shima was responsible for the last ice age somehow. Do not ask me how or why. And there is a lot of that. The scientists make discoveries and state facts that do not rack my brain. I simply take them for what they are. From indigenous people communicating through telepathy, okay, to being able to manipulate the laws of gravity by pouring dye into a pool of water, okay, and an energy field that can disguise an entire civilization in Hollow Earth. Again, okay. But my favorite character in this movie is the Scar King, the monsterverse version of King Louie from the Jungle Book, except he doesn't sing anywhere near as well as King Louie. The Scar King is a bully who enslaves other of Kong's species, who forces a Dr. Evil type laugh from his enslaved Kongs and becomes Pale Rider when he literally dog walks Shimo with the use of a Kryptonian crystal. I must say though, I enjoyed this movie very much. It gave me what I wanted, and a little bit more than what I expected. And the visuals were impressive. most impressive. As far as the verdict goes, does Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire, survive my red blade of judgment? It does. I commend you to watch this movie in the theaters. I believe I will be watching this a second time in the movies. It's that good. This has been Snap Hiss, the movie review of Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire. Don't underestimate the Force.